Science, the foundation of mankind. What if we got it wrong? Who's to say we didn't make a mistake? Science could be taking us all down a road that's a dead-end road, and we might not even notice it till it's too late. Science is the art of believing what other people tell you blindly without any really good reason to. When someone tells you how things work, don't you ever get the feeling that what they're saying is better for them than it is for you? Well, in a lot of cases that actually is true. So why wouldn't someone lie about what they're selling? Well, usually it's not that people lie with the intent of lying. Usually that's not the case, although sometimes it is. Usually it's more that they lie by the fact that they didn't do the work to figure everything out, which is pretty much you can't do. But I mean that's basically the way they're lying. They're lying by choosing to study one area over another, and then coming and telling you that they have the truth of this one area without understanding that it's in respect to the other areas that they didn't study. So religion, everyone knows, is just what we believe. It's opinion, basically. Science, though, would like you to be reminded of the fact that it's fact, and it's not something you can disagree with, really. It's something that, if they say it's proven by science, it's pretty much proven for fact, and if you disagree with it, you're a retard or something. It's not necessarily true. A lot of the problems with science is coming from the way they collect their data and the way they run their experiments. A lot of the things that science do is based off of multiple methods of solving problems, where they'll have the Newtonian method for solving physics problems, or they'll have the quantum method, or whatever, relativity, quantum, and Newtonian. They're three different competing ways of explaining how the world works, but each one is different than the other one, and they don't really mesh too well together. I mean, they kind of do, but they don't really. You can't have three different competing, even the ancients knew this, the Romans or whatever, they knew you couldn't have three main theories competing against each other and pick and choose from them which one you want to use. That's dumb. So I think that's one of the main areas where science is kind of it's lying, and it's lying to itself mostly. Science is it's not as rigorous, and it's not as correct as it used to be in the past. I think modern science has kind of stepped back in the wrong direction from what we had in even in Roman times. I think maybe even medieval times, we probably had a better understanding of science than we do now, but we didn't really, and in those times we didn't really have the tools to take advantage of our good understanding back then. And now we have the tools, but we don't have the good understanding to take advantage of them. So I think where science needs to get its act together is with the scientific method. The thing about the scientific method I don't like is the fact that it doesn't compare experiments to other experiments. So I was trying to figure out what I should say here, but I think if you try to figure out what an apple is, and you don't take into consideration what an orange is, and how they compare to each other, that's kind of what the scientific method does now. Is it tries to figure out what an apple is without considering what an orange is, and it ends up with an understanding of what an apple is, but it doesn't have anything to compare it to, so it's like a meaningless understanding almost. I mean, like, it's not completely meaningless, but it's pretty devoid of any real meaning. So I think there needs to be a change in the scientific method. I think it needs to become more rigorous, and like I think it needs to. The main thing it needs to do is it needs to be able to compare one experiment to another experiment, and I think that's where I see the big fault in science right now, is the fact that the scientific method really hasn't been changed for a long time, not like really changed, and we've gone through some massive innovations in technology and whatnot, but that doesn't lead us to a better understanding of science. And the only way we're going to get a better understanding of science, I think, is through its foundation, which is the scientific method. So that's why I think science lies. I think science lies not because it's trying to, but mostly because it's just too dumb to realize that it's making mistakes, and the mistakes are have a compounding interest that is being paid out now. So thank you for watching my video. See y'all.